Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1, and this is the second part of the series on security during a crisis. The acronym OCOKA is a military acronym that anyone that's in the military should know it. This is vital. This is the first step if you're thinking, I'm going to try to defend this house, I'm going to defend this property from any threat. These are what you're looking for. OCOKA, observation in fields of fire, cover and concealment, obstacles, key terrain, and avenues of approach. I'm going to go through each one individually. First one is observation in fields of fire. It is vital that you can observe in all directions around your retreat or your property. You have to be able to see 360-degree security. If not, someone putting you under observation will observe this and use this to get close to your retreat. So you need to be able to observe. And also you have to be able to have a field of fire. You have to be able to fire and to engage any threat 360 degrees. It does no good if you can see a threat, but if you can't engage the threat to stop him, then he'll get too close and you'll have a more serious situation. Next is cover and concealment. Cover is protection from bullets, sandbags, rocks, concrete block walls, whatever protects you from bullets. Concealment is protecting people from seeing you. If they can't see you, hopefully they can't harm you or shoot at you. Next is obstacles. All this pertains to, I'm going to set up a defense at a fixed location. I need to think about these things. Obstacle. The goal of an obstacle is slow or stop the attacker or change his direction to put him where you want him. If we can slow him down or we can stop him, this gives us a few things. If we can put him under observation, we can really tell if he's a threat. He could be a lost person. He could be a friend trying to get to wherever you are. So if I have more time to make a decision if he's a threat or if he's a friendly, this is what I want, and that obstacle can do it. If I can stop that attacker or stop that person dead in his feet and he has to physically dismantle or cut or remove my obstacle, it gives me more time to evaluate. It also gives me more time, if I have to deal with that threat, I can actually engage him, and if he's stopped, it's very, very easier to shoot at a standing target than a target that's moving. Let's say we want to change his direction. There's part of your retreat that's very vulnerable, and you want to make it where if anybody comes, they're going to be coming to your strongest point. Put an obstacle that will change his direction and funnel him into where you want him to be. A stronger defensive position for you. You can use a lot of things for obstacles. Fencing, chain link fencing, all kinds of fencing. Any fencing that you can put up. You might be in a subdivision that does not have a lot of chain link, but they might have a wooden picket fence or any type of nice looking fence. I recommend putting fencing up. First of all, it will increase the security at your property right now, and it will also be there if things get terrible. You won't have to be worrying about fencing. It's already done. Maybe you can make your fencing better by using barbed wire or whatever, but at least you'll have your basic fencing done. So think about fencing right now. Next is plants. There's blackberries, there's bamboo, there's a million other types of cactuses. This pretty much pertains to where you're living right now. So think of plants. If you can plant some blackberries in a location, first of all, you're going to get food now, which is awesome. You can get food during a crisis if food is scarce, and it's a great defensive barrier. Bamboo is also great because it grows very fast. Distance. If you're trying to protect a building or a house or your retreat, if I can have distance between me and the threat and I can observe him from a distance, this gives you more time to react, more time to engage your target if he is definitely hostile to you. So we're looking at distance around our retreat. Next is anti-vehicle barrier. Anything you can put up. Concertina works fine, but we don't have a lot of concertina wire, so you're going to have to improvise. But anything to stop a vehicle. Now let's say we don't want to stop the vehicle, we want to slow it down so we have more time to evaluate it. You can simply take the manhole covers off. If you're in the city, take a bunch of manhole covers off. It will definitely affect the speed of people driving when they realize manholes are missing. Yes, this is very dangerous, so this is a last-ditch effort to provide security for your neighborhood. Next, you can have anything you can put out there. You might want to slow him down by simply putting concrete blocks in the road to make him go around each one. This will slow him down. There's all kinds of man-made obstacles you can make. You have to use your imagination and whatever you have in hand. This one is probably over the top, and you probably won't be building this, but this is what you could build if worst case scenario comes. Anything to stop people. Garbage cans. You guys are saying, I'm in the suburbs, I do not have any cool things to stop people. Well, if everyone has a garbage can, and a lot of them look like this, you can take this garbage can, if you have time, fill it full of dirt. Now we have something that will stop bullets, and it's not going to be too good if someone tries to run through a bunch of these. It will also alert a lot of people. You can also take some rope, tie these things together, and it will become a pretty good barrier against most cars. Next is key terrain. Now we're thinking about how to defend a fixed location. Key terrain, a piece of terrain which offers a definite advantage to whoever controls it. It could be a small hill, a knoll, anything that if you can control this piece of terrain, it will definitely give you a stronger defensive position. So look for that in your area. Next is avenues of approach. You want to be able to watch the roads, paths, waterways, and open areas. The further you can see that threat out from your retreat, the more time you have to react to it. So avenues of approach. You don't want to have an avenue of approach coming right into your property or subdivision that within a minute they can travel a mile because they're driving a vehicle, and they can rapidly be inside your perimeter and you have no time to react. So you need to watch your avenues of approaches. So that's OCOKA. Observation of fields of fire, cover and concealment, obstacles, key terrain, and avenues of approach. These are the first thing you need to be thinking about if you're going to protect a fixed location. And it could be a retreat, a home, a business, anything. This is very vital. You need to be writing this down